Well, they closed down the mill and they closed down the mine. They said you can't work but pay your taxes on time. Got 3 little babies gonna starve to death or freeze. We started making white lightning, it was Grandpa's recipe. Run, rebel, run to no avail. Run, rebel, run to the Scott County Jail.
Hey everyone, and happy Thursday night. Hope everyone has had a wonderful Thanksgiving. You're watching us live here again, finally, on the Jailhouse Informant podcast here at the historic Scott County Jail and historic First National Bank building.
Hey everybody, thanks for joining us tonight on this very cold Thursday evening. I don't know where you guys are, but it's freezing here in Huntsville. It's supposed to get down to, I think, 11 tonight. So hope everybody's bundled up, and thanks for taking a few minutes to watch us and hear what we have to say tonight.
Yeah, we've kind of been off a little bit the last little bit, but we have not been stopping. We have been extremely busy for the past, really for the past 2 months and a half right now of doing different tours here at the jail, as well as getting some really cool things planned for the upcoming season, upcoming year. Hope everyone had a wonderful Thanksgiving. I know we took last week off, but we were here the week before that, kind of talking about some of the things that was going on back in October and earlier November.
Yeah, and we have a lot going on, as Miranda said. So a lot of new displays coming up that we have in the jail. We're really excited about that, and some different things here in the bank building. I know everybody hasn't really had a chance to see this in its full glory yet, but hopefully you can stop by and take a look at it when you come and see the jail. And we're also going to be doing a walkthrough video at some point once we get all of our pictures and displays set up. Obviously, as you can see right now, we're still in boxes and shoving things in corners right now while we're trying to play catch up, but we're really excited about this building. Going to decorate it up for Christmas here tomorrow probably, and we're really excited about that as well. But as Miranda said, we're staying extremely busy, and we have a lot of stuff to talk about with regards to what's coming up here in December, January, February. We have events coming up in March, have some different times and hours for our paranormal investigations. So we'll be talking about all that tonight. But if you have any questions for us, please put them over there in the comments. We'll definitely get to them. Thanks for everybody who's joining us tonight. Sonia, Bob, Jim, Dave, Nancy, thank you all for being here and watching us tonight.
Yeah, we really appreciate everyone coming on, and we try not to be so sporadic. We try to do it every Thursday night as much as possible, but sometimes it's kind of hard.
Tough.
It's real tough. We're a lot of the time we have tours on Thursday nights as well. Usually, for us, anytime, somebody wants to come and take a tour, if they've got a large enough group, we try to accommodate them. So every now and then our Thursday nights, we kind of have to bump the schedule a little bit. I know we do have some really interesting guests on the schedule coming up here very soon. This is like the first time in a while that Christmas has been so close to Thanksgiving. And so right now, a lot of people's been pretty busy with traveling, and shopping and all that sort of thing, getting ready for the holiday season. So you're kind of stuck with us for the next little bit. I think we may have a really cool guest on. I'm not sure if it's going to be next week or the week after. That's going to be talking about a really cool event that we're going to be a part of, that we're going to talk a little bit more about here. We kind of teased about that just a little bit on our earlier show before Thanksgiving. So he's agreed to come on the show and talk a little bit about all those cool things that's going on.
Mm-hmm. But speaking of Christmas, we do have a fully stocked gift shop now. As soon as shirts came in. We had orders and shirts going out. So unfortunately, we're a little low again on 2XLs, but everything else in all of our t-shirts, we do have the sizes available. We've got hats available, books available, puzzles available, all types of different things. So if you want to order anything online, please visit our website or just come on in and say hey and visit the gift shop. We're here, like Miranda said, in the bank building now. But we're pretty proud of our little gift shop. It's doing really well. So again, thank you for everybody who's purchased stuff from us. But if you need any Christmas gifts that we can help accommodate with, please let us know.
Yeah, and thanks for everyone that supported us on Black Friday as well as Shop Small Weekend on Small Business Saturday. You know, really every weekend should be Small Business Weekend because it's so important to support these small businesses that are in your communities because they are the heartbeat of the town and you are the ones that keeps the doors open on those small businesses. And, you know, our gift shop is something that really helps. You know, we love our tour guests and we love our folks that come in and do paranormal investigations. But whenever you wear a historic Scott County Jail shirt, you help get the word out about us. And then that little extra bit when you purchase that also really, really helps with the bills and helps with keeping the door open.
Yeah, and keep Sally and her special kibbles. So, you know, can't go wrong with that.
Yeah, hopefully we'll have some more Sally stuff coming up. It's probably going to be the first of the year, probably not going to be in time for Christmas, but, you know, some stickers and some postcards and some special things that are specific to Sally. You know, a lot of you have purchased the Lawn or Paw and Order shirts. Yeah, the money from those that helps to keep Sally in her kibble. So we really do appreciate that. Let's see here. Since we're talking about Christmas a little bit, I say we go ahead and pull up because we've got some really cool things going on with Christmas here. And so we are, just want to make sure to mention, we are broadcasting live here on the Historic Scott County Jail Facebook page, YouTube channel, and the Historic Rugby After Dark page. So we can't forget our friends there at Rugby. And, you know, they close, I think, after next weekend, they officially close for the season. And so, so one of the things that we wanted to really promote, because this is one of their big end of the year events, and that is, let me just make that full screen there. That is the Christmas at the Village of Historic Rugby.
Yeah, so for those of you who don't know, if you're just joining us for the first time, we do have a business partnership with the Historic Village of Rugby. We do provide all of their After Dark programming, so flashlight tours, lantern tours, guided ghost hunts, and paranormal investigations. But we have a great partnership with them holistically and year round. So we will actually be setting up booths at some of these events that are going to be taking place this Saturday and then the Saturday following this one. But they have a lot of cool things coming up. This, as Miranda said, this is their annual Victorian Christmas. So you're going to get to tour the houses. They're going to have food trucks. They're going to have carriage rides. They're going to have a tree lighting ceremony. They're going to have carolers and really just do all things Victorian Christmas here in Rugby. So it's a really cool time. If you haven't been, this is a really great time to see Rugby and all of its Christmas glory. And so as Miranda scrolls through, you can see some of the things that are going to take place there. But it's going to be a lot of fun over the next couple of weekends. And as I said, we will have a table there from 11 to 4 this coming Saturday and the Saturday following.
Yeah, and we'll have our Historic Rugby After Dark merchandise as well as Historic Scott County Jail merchandise that people can purchase there. But just kind of mentioning a few of the festivities that they've got throughout the village. They're going to have tours of certain homes. Oh, that was Sally. I didn't know what that was. It sounded weird through my headphones. Tours of select homes. And a couple of those homes are ones that are typically not open, like Ingleside. That's one of the original Rugby Colony homes. That's going to be taking place 11 to 3. And all this is Eastern time. Tickets are required on that. You'll be able to tour Rugby's historic buildings from 11 to 4. You'll get those tickets there at the Visitor Center. The Rugby Coronet Band is going to be playing. They're going to be having a sing-along at the Visitor Center from 11 a.m. to 12 p.m. Local artisans and crafters at the Visitor Center. That's going to be us from 11 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. They are doing some special things at Christ Episcopal Church, which is right across the street from the visitor center there. They were calling it the Lessons and Carols service. And I know they're going to be having that both Saturdays. They'll have their tree lighting ceremony at 5:30 p.m. And then they're going to be having a concert at the Rebecca Johnson Theater, which is there at the visitor center. And that's a cool little theater. You get a really neat, intimate performance there. And that's going to be at 8 p.m. Eastern time. And so, as Chris said, they've got the food trucks that will be there. And then they're going to have their Victorian Christmas dinner on both the 7th and the 14th at 6 p.m. at Hester Hall. And they're going to have cocktails with that and a 5-course meal that will be served at 6:30 p.m. Eastern time. And so if
you do have to get those in advance, those tickets in advance, though.
Yes. And so if you go to the Facebook page, Historic Rugby, and look under events, you're going to see Christmas at Rugby, and you're going to see all the information that we just put out there. We can also put that on our page as well. There we go. And it's been a minute since I've worked this stuff. Trying to work it and talk at the same time is not really working for me tonight. And so yes, you can find all of that information if you go to the Historic Rugby Facebook page.
So compared to today, the weather is supposed to be pretty nice. I think it's on Saturday. It's supposed to be about 45 degrees, sunny. So it'll be a great time to come out again and see Rugby in all of its Christmas glory, because it is a really interesting place to see at all times of the year. But Christmas, they really do it special.
Yeah, and we actually have a little video here.
Yep.
You can pull that up.
Yep.
All right, give me 1 second here.
So on their Facebook page, they have a little video which kind of showcases what they do, and we're going to go ahead and share that with you all right now. So just hang tight.
So tender. 1, 2, 3.
All right, say cheese.
I think Thomas Hughes was about the same, but this.
So just kind of an interesting little video, show you some of the things that happens there at Rugby during Christmas, during some of their Christmas celebrations. So if you're in the area, if you want to travel over here and just kind of visit Rugby for the day, we'd love to have you. Again, we'll have a table there, but we'd love to share all the history with Rugby with you. And if you want to sign up for one of our lantern tours, feel free to do that there as well. On those nights, we are not offering them just because of the festivities of Rugby that'll be going on in through the night. But otherwise, yeah, we'd love to see you out there.
Yeah, and we do have tours at the jail, which we'll talk about those here in just a few minutes. Kind of an interesting fact, if you're into the paranormal and have done any of the tours or done a paranormal investigation at Rugby, we actually found out about some of the paranormal activity at Rugby last year when the Coronet Band was practicing there in that same theater that they showed on the video. It's also one that we allow paranormal investigations at. Apparently, whoever is in that theater likes to turn the lights on and off whenever the Coronet Band is practicing. And so kind of interesting, but they'll be having a concert in there this week or this weekend next. So you never know what might happen.
Yeah. So again, come on out, and we'd love to see you there.
And just kind of talking.
We have a question real quick too.
Let's see.
Jim, Cody's.
Yes. Jim, we do have rugby T-shirts here at the jail, and I have been meaning to get that up on our online store. I've just been kind of busy. We had a death in the family that was kind of unexpected, and so my schedule has been a little bit wonky for the last couple days, but we will get that up on the page to order there, as well as we do have that here in our gift shop. Our gift shop here at the jail has everything that we offer.
Mm-hmm.
We even have Soul Sisters and Ghost Biker merchandise here at our little gift shop as well. So I wanted to show, because I was kind of interested in this. Let me kind of scroll to it right here. We actually had a little bit of an unexpected snow the last couple days, and wasn't much, just a little dusting, but it kind of adds to the nice little ambiance of the village. And they have some different pictures of some of the homes and stuff. And these are places that you get to see on our lantern tours that we do. Our downtown lantern tour is so special, and it takes you into all these different homes, telling the history. Chris does an amazing job deep diving into the history, and then telling those paranormal and ghost stories associated with the village. We don't get to go into the church there, but
we talk about it.
Yeah, and it's very iconic.
Yep. So Kingstone Lyle, the library, the schoolhouse, as Miranda said, the visitor center. We walk by Ingleside and Newberry House, the print shop, the Board of Aid to Land Ownership Office, the commissary. We talk about all of these things on the village tour. So it's a very comprehensive tour. And again, it's one of those that we do year round. So even if rugby is closed from December to March, we still offer our lantern tours, our guided ghost hunts, and our paranormal investigations year round. So do check our schedule if you're interested in any of those.
Yeah, we'll be talking more about that, because they do close. They're closed until mid-March, and we're going to be offering. They won't be offering the daytime tours, of course. We're hoping to do a couple special things while they're closed, because while they close, our tours never do. We just don't have them on the calendar because there's not a big draw for them. But if you have a large enough group, we actually had a group contact us wanting to take a tour. I believe it was the 27th of December. And so if you have a large enough group, and by that, depending on the tour, 4 to 5 people, we will custom add that tour to our calendar. So that's kind of how we're going to be operating the tours from January until mid-March. You won't see them on the calendar to book. You'll just have to reach out to us, and we will custom add that to the schedule there. We're real excited about that.
All right.
And
Next.
just want to mention, thank you all so much for your kind comments there. We do appreciate your condolences as well as your prayers. So thank you so much for that. Kind of also talking a little bit more about Christmas and our tours that we have. Got to mention our Ghosts of the Past at Christmas that we offer here at the historic Scott County Jail. We're doing that. We offer them throughout the year, but at special times we offer them usually in October and a few during the summer. But these at Christmas are really special because we are resurrecting the tradition of telling ghost stories at Christmas time. And the lights here in Huntsville are just absolutely beautiful and spectacular here on the square.
Yeah, so Huntsville really does a great light display. So what we do is we'd start here at the bank building, kind of take you around Huntsville, and then we go to the jail and do a comprehensive tour of the jail. But the Ghost Walk actually allows us to tell you a little bit more about the history, deeper dive into the history of Huntsville and Scott County, as well as some of the buildings that we don't talk about on our flashlight tour of just the jail. So we really enjoy it, right? It's a really interesting tour. It's something that we're really proud of. And in fact, like I said, Miranda mentioned the lights, the fact that we can go through and take advantage of the really spectacular Christmas lights that Huntsville put up for Christmas. It's really a neat tour. We're excited about it.
Actually won an award for it, which was pretty cool, from the Tennessee Association of Museums for this specific tour that we do. we are still offering the flashlight tours here, but basically during the month of December, I guess technically for the next 3 weekends, because we're about 3 weekends out from Christmas now.
Yeah.
Okay, so for the next 3 weekends, we'll be offering this Ghost of the Past at Christmas on every Friday and Saturday night at 6 p.m. Eastern time. You do have to book those tickets in advance. We limit it to the number of 10 because we want to keep it small, intimate, and not crowd ourselves too much in the jail. And then on Sunday nights, I think actually we've got flashlight tours every night as well. If you would rather do a flashlight tour and maybe not the extended walk, because we do have some cold. I would not want to be walking out there tonight at 19 degrees.
Yeah.
But we do have all of that on our website. If you look at that on the page, we actually have our flashlight tours, guided ghost hunts open throughout March. We have those at least through the end of January. We've got all of those tours open, with the exception of our Ghost of the Past that will end here at Christmas time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so it's been a great time, and people are really enjoying the tours of the jail as well. And I got to tell you, since we moved over to the bank building, Sally, okay. Since we moved over here to the bank building, we're not in the jail full time like we were when we were over there. We had the gift shop over there and the ticketing counter over there and such. And I got to tell you, the last month or so has been extremely active. We've had people just today. We had a couple take just a self-guided tour throughout, and they actually asked if I had run upstairs to check on them at any point because they were waiting on the 3rd floor because they heard footsteps running up the stairs. And they expected me to come around and ask if they were okay. I didn't do that, right? I was actually over here in the bank building checking out somebody from our gift shop. So our jail has become very active. I think because we're not there, they kind of want to say, hey, we're still here. Don't forget about us. Yeah, they miss us. Probably miss Sally more than you and me.
Probably. And that's the cool thing. We've been really booked with paranormal investigations lately, and we're going to talk a little bit about some of those here in just a few minutes. But we do have a few openings here in December if you want to get a last minute investigation in. But if you want to do something kind of special, we got extra time added from we're doing like we did last year. We had several people take advantage of that during the long dark nights of winter. We're giving you 2 extra hours of an investigation for the price of just a traditional 6.5 hour investigation. And so you'll get the jail from, I believe it's 7:30. I need to look. It's either 7 or 7:30. I think it's 7:30 until 4 a.m. instead of 8:30 to 3. So, so you'll get that, and that starts in January, and it runs up until March 10th, I believe.
Whenever we change the clocks back.
Yeah. So, so you go on there. It's already set up in the scheduling, and so book that if you want to get some extra time. But this week we also opened up our schedule all the way to the end of August. We'd like to open it up for the entire year, but because Chris and I have some speaking engagements at the end of the year that we're trying to get all that worked out, we'll be opening up the remainder of the calendar, September through December. We'll be opening that probably in February. So go ahead and get those dates booked, because if it's anything like last year, the dates book up pretty quick. We've also opened historic rugby after dark. We've opened that up as well. We don't have the extra time on that one because it's a little bit of a different situation with the fact that it's a partnership rather than a location that we own. But we do have that schedule opened up, and we are offering those every single night. Normally it's just Thursday through Sunday nights, but we have it open every single night from January until March.
So if you want a nice weekend or weekday investigation, book it because we've got them.
Yeah. And I'm looking here. We've got a question here from Steve, and he says, I have 2 tickets. Can I use them anytime with my wife? Had knee surgery. I got them from Moco Mutt's Rescue Center months ago. There is an expiration date on the tickets. They typically have a year expiration date, but and they would be for daytime And so we're open 11 to 4, 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. Eastern time every day but Tuesday and Wednesday. So if you will come in here during the month of December during those times, you just bring your tickets and you can take a tour of the jail. But they are for the daytime; they're not for the after dark tours.
And thank you, Steve, for supporting MoCo Mutts.
Yeah. And thank you for asking too. And so, yeah, let's see. I was looking to see what else
What do we got next?
we've got on here. Kind of talk. We mentioned our schedule there with investigations. We do have. We said we don't close, but we do. The month of January and February is a little bit different. We do have it listed. Let me just pull that up. We do have all of that stuff listed on our website, and they will be listed as far as. Let me scroll on down here to our January hours. We are only open on Saturdays during the month of January. We are still open every single night for after dark tours and for paranormal investigations. Escape rooms, kind of the same thing. You got to pre-book those. We do have dates on the calendar there, but and I think that's every single day that we have those dates on there for the escape rooms. If you are traveling to the area and it just happens to be any day other than Saturday, and you have a large enough group, if you will just call us at the number there that we have all over the website and all over Google, we will come in. Both Chris and I, live close in either direction to the jail. We can't guarantee, just in case, we can't guarantee that we'll be there. But for the most part, if you give us advance notice and schedule that, we will come in and you will be able to take a tour, even though it says we're closed.
Yeah. So basically, we do want to accommodate you. If you've got a group, if you got a family that wants to come in and take a tour, as Miranda said, just give us a holler. We can see if we can make that happen. Honestly, January, it gets a little costly for us to run the heat if nobody is coming in. So that's why we're dedicating Saturdays to being open. But we definitely want to be accommodating to flashlight tours, families, groups, daytime tours, as well as escape rooms.
Yeah. And so we've got that plastered everywhere. It'll be plastered on Google as well. And we'll have signs up in front of the building, all that good stuff. We just don't want anyone traveling from a far distance away and then be disappointed because, like I said, we try to accommodate. So let's see. What else?
January.
Yes, January. Let me get that pulled up as well. One of the things we've been working on. And we'd mentioned our special guest that we'll be having on the show here very soon, but we want to talk a little bit about the Offbeat True Crime and Paranormal Expo that's going to be taking place in Bowling Green, Kentucky on January 11th.
Or Kentucky. So this is something we're really excited about. Some of our friends are going to be there. Barry Gaunt from Octagon Hall, Beth Allen from Octagon Hall, some other interesting characters in the true crime world or the paranormal world. But Miranda and I will both be speaking there. We'll be speaking on Soul Sisters Paranormal, Ghost Biker Explorations, the historic Scott County Jail, and historic Rugby After Dark. So this is something that we're really excited about. So if you're in the Bowling Greens area, we'd love to have you come and join us on January 11th to experience the speakers that are going to be there, experience the vendors that are going to be there. I think it'll be a really good time.
Yeah. And I mean, apparently Chad, the founder of this event, and of course he'll be talking more about it when he comes on the show. Apparently he has quite the collection of true crime memorabilia, and true crime is so hot right now as far as serial killers and such, and just true crime stories. So he's got a really interesting collection, and I know that he's gathered together some interesting folks that will be able to share their stories as well, that'll be speaking. And it's going to be taking place at the Capitol Theater there in Bowling Green, which is said to have a haunting reputation and be very historic itself. So just coming for the theater is going to be interesting in and of itself.
Yeah. So like I said, if you're in the area, please stop by, make plans to stop by. I think it'll be a really good time. Meet some interesting speakers, hear some interesting speakers, and check out the vendors that he's got coming. I think it'll be a lot of fun.
Yeah. We'll have We'll have all of our standard fare. We'll have our historic Scott County Jail stuff, and of course, Rugby After Dark. Hopefully, we may even have some new stuff since it'll be in January. We may have some new things, and then of course, Soul Sisters and Ghost Biker merchandise. You can't beat that. Come and fill your closet with all kinds of cool merchandise. It's unlike any other.
It is. It's very special, and sometimes limited. But as Miranda said, we're going to have some cool stuff there, and it'll just be a lot of fun. Something a little bit different. We have not done an expo like this before, but he reached out and asked us to join, and we're very excited about it. We'll be also attending another one of his festivals cons in. I'm
going to see if
March.
I can pull it up. Let me.
Second. So the one in March will also be in Bowling Green. It's called the Vet City Con, and apparently this one is extremely popular. He's been doing it for several years. Miranda's pulling up the information right now, but he's invited us to speak there as well. So again, we'll have tables, and we'll both be speaking on the jail, historic Rugby After Dark, Soul Sisters, and Ghost Biker.
Yeah, and I mean it's really cool. If you're not familiar there with Bowling Green, and it's called the Vet City Con because that's where the Corvette Museum is, and there's a lot of really interesting and cool things to see that's associated there with Bowling Green, Kentucky. I mean, you're not very far from Octagon Hall, about 30 minutes from that, Franklin, Kentucky, and the Old Stone Jail. So there's a lot of really cool things in that area to see. Just kind of pulling up. This one I think is, let's see.
March 29th.
Yes, and it is going to be at the National Corvette Museum. And then, of course, it's more of, I think it's more horror based, because, he's associated there with Scarefest weekend and such. So, it's going to be a lot of fun, I think, to do this event. I mean, I think he said that they always have several thousand people that's coming through the door there. So we're excited to have this opportunity. And of course, he'll be talking about it as well whenever he comes on the show. So
but we're pre warning you in advance. Just go ahead and get your tickets and make your dates available for January the 11th and March the 29th in Bowling Green, Kentucky.
Yeah. I know we've both got quite a few events and some really cool things that we're lining up over the next couple months that we'll be doing here early on in the year. I know in the past, Chris has done some speaking at some different historic societies and museums and such. And so I know she's still offering that opportunity. And I know that there's been some really interesting opportunities that have come from that hopefully be able to share here pretty soon.
Yeah, so I think 2025 is going to be a very interesting time for historic preservation, after dark tourism, different things that counties are doing as well as other locations are doing. So that's something that we're very excited to be a part of. As Miranda said, we have had people reach out, especially wanting the data that I was able to collect this last year. So that's something that I can help you work with. If you have a museum or historical site in your area that you feel is interested in historic preservation through after dark tourism, just let us know, and we'll be able to help you get either a business plan together or get some numbers together to kind of convince them that after dark tourism is actually a viable revenue source for historic preservation.
Yeah, and hopefully, I know you've been working on some stuff. Hopefully, you'll be able to talk about at some point soon.
Yeah, I think we'll have to put something together, share that out.
Yeah, so. Let's see. I'm just trying to think. I think that's for the most part, it's kind of what's going on. I know we do have a little video here that one of our paranormal teams. Are we going to show that this week, or are we going to wait?
I think we're going to wait on that one.
I think. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we'll wait until we can kind of cue that up. It's a little bit longer than what we're going to show tonight. So. We'll get that queued up probably here in the next couple weeks, we'll show that as well as some of the other evidence. I know that's always been kind of a popular show, our They Did Time, where we talk about some of the things that paranormal investigators have captured both here and at Historic Rugby. Just kind of looking over some of the questions here.
Nancy's.
Yeah, so let's see. Nancy asks if Sally's having any experiences here at the bank.
Not that we're aware of. I mean, she seems a little antsy when her food bowl is empty, but I mean, that's just Sally. Paranormal, yeah, paranormally speaking, I don't think so. We haven't experienced anything here that we attribute to anything paranormal. So I think she's just happy to be over here. It's a little more cozy than it is over at the jail. So she's got her little sleeping nooks and her little toys that she runs around with. But so far, she seems to be enjoying it.
It's warmer.
It is definitely warmer.
Yeah, yeah. And I keep looking at you, Chris, the way you're sitting and the bank door behind you. It looks like you had a big, like either Mickey Mouse ears or a bow on the top of your head.
Yeah.
And then I'm not sure what you're asking. Who we don't have a boat.
We did go on the boat. Yes, we did.
Okay.
And we had a great time at Lake Lanier. We talked about that a couple of episodes ago, but it was a lot of fun. Highly recommend Lanier Boat Charters. Captain Tom, he did a great job with it. Now, right now, he only offers those. For those who don't know, Lake Lanier Boat Charters or Lanier Boat Charters in October offered a really cool cruise where he would take you out, talk about the paranormal history, the paranormal claims of Lake Lanier, and then he drops you off at an island and gives you a couple of tools to investigate with for about 45 minutes to an hour, and then gets you back on the boat, and then it becomes a party boat, right? He has some music on the top level, he has snacks and stuff, so it's a lot of fun. We had a great time with it. So right now he only offers it in October, but I think it is something we're going to try to convince him to offer year round, because again, after dark tourism is definitely a viable revenue source. So we had a great time with it. Can't say that we experienced anything paranormal there at the island. There was a lot of noise pollution that night, but it was just a fun ride. It was just a fun time.
It's fun to hear that history.
Yeah, absolutely. And we had about 9 people go with us in our group. So it was just a fun experience all the way around. So thank you for asking. Yes, we did have a good time with it.
I think there's about 12 total on the boat, 9 in our group. And so now they're doing the Christmas stuff is what they're focusing on, because they've got the island set up as a Christmas island. And so they're taking people specifically out on the cruise there. So definitely go back and check out our episode. I think it was probably about 6 or 7 episodes back. If you go and look, you will see we did a whole thing. He was out on the boat. He talked about some of the history, and I think we've posted some different pictures throughout where we were there. So thanks for your question, D Hoot. And she also asks if Soul Sisters has any hoodies.
Not at the moment, but we will be getting some. So I'm just trying to find a good, reliable printer, because I've been running through some of them. So as soon as I can find a good, reliable printer, I will have hoodies for Soul Sisters. Believe me.
And
thanks for asking.
And thank you, D Hoot. Thank you for advertising Ghost Biker and wearing your hoodie around Austin. I definitely appreciate that, and glad it's holding up well for you. I'm going to be getting some more black ones. I've got my gray ones that's there in the gift shop, but we will be getting some more black ones soon. I think I don't have anything else on my list.
No, that was it. I mean, really, like Miranda said at the top of the hour, we're trying to keep this as consistent as possible, but the last couple of months have just been crazy. So getting on Thursdays has been a little rough, but we do appreciate everybody coming on tonight and just kind of joining us, asking your questions. And listening to us kind of give our rundown again. But, if you're in the area, please join us at rugby this Saturday and the following Saturday as well. It is a lot of fun. If not, stop by the jail, stop by the bank building. We'd love to have you just kind of stop in and take a tour or say hello.
Yeah, and you'll get to meet a lot of the villagers that live there now. I mean, there's I can't say enough good things about historic Rugby and the people who live there. I mean, they come together. This is driven by volunteers, and they have so much pride in their village and their community, and they've been so warm and welcoming to us. So it's a partnership that I can't say enough about. We're so extremely proud of.
Mm-hmm.
And so if you come out, you'll get to experience those folks that you'll get to meet yourself. So we definitely suggest, if you can't stay for all of it, come and take in some of it, because you'll be glad you did.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Yeah.
So if anybody has any other questions, you can go ahead and pop them up there. But otherwise, that's really all we have for tonight. Hopefully, wherever you are, it is warmer than where we are. But kind of bundle up and have some hot chocolate and watch a Hallmark movie or something tonight.
Yeah, exactly.
Or
Die
go
Hard.
to Ghost Biker.
That's what you need to do. Is
Yeah,
go to Ghost Biker. Yeah,
but still have the hot chocolate.
Yeah. So, so if you've been following my show, I do my season during the month of October. But again, my Thursdays during November have been a little less than consistent, and so so we are finishing up the Behind the Screams live. We are actually going to be talking about the third episode, which if you were following, we investigated all antique stores, oddity shops, and collections. And so on this one, we're going to be revisiting episode 3, which is Gateway Antiques in Dahlonega, Georgia. And that was a really cool episode with some really great things that happened. So we're going to be kind of breaking that down, talking about things that happened, and talking about the episode itself. So, and then of course the area. So that's going to be at 9 p.m. Eastern time over on the Ghost Biker Explorations Facebook page and YouTube channel as well.
All right. Good job.
Well, thank you.
You're welcome. All right, everybody. Thank you so much again for joining us tonight, for sitting here and kind of listening to us chat, as well as all the support here with Soul Sisters, Ghost Biker, the Jail, Historic Rugby After Dark. You guys are really amazing, and popping on here every other week or every week that we do this, it really does mean a lot. So it's nice not to talk to 0 people.
Sit and talk to yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so yeah, and we hope to at the first start of the year get back to talking about our different jails from around the country. So again, if you have a jail that you know about, or a historic location that is in the jail, prison, heritage museum type sector there, if you'll reach out to us, we would love to have them on the show and spotlight their location. So we would appreciate that.
All right, everybody. Thank you so much. We appreciate you all. Have a great evening and stay warm.
And we should see you next Thursday night.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.